In this video, I'm going to introduce you to Krames On Demand. Krames On Demand is a new way of accessing patient education material from within Cerner. The first thing you may have to do is add the Krames component to your workflow page. You can do so by going to the menu in the top right-hand corner of your workflow page under Components and finding the component that is called Krames. Click anywhere outside of the menu and that will add Krames as your top component. You can take that and drag it up and down your workflow list and put it wherever you would like. The first time you access the Krames component on your first patient of the day, it may load a little bit slower than subsequent patients. The reason is the application is passing your credentials to the Krames On Demand server, and this may take just a little bit longer the first time. There's a few additional features to the Krames On Demand application over the current embedded content, and that's particularly what I want to highlight in this video. First of those being, obviously, you can see a different user interface here with the patient conditions across the top and the education components down below. You can change these to a list view rather than a tile view if you would like. I recommend setting the toggle to off for images because currently all the images are exactly the same. The only difference is whether it's a video or a health sheet or an exit writer content, but that's not significant. Since this is a FHIR-based application, the component does know some details about the patient and does try to select education based on that. So in this case, you can see that it has highlighted education relative to an adult since the patient that I'm on is an adult. It can also, for certain conditions, change between male and female if it's appropriate. In this case, it is set to all because the conditions that I have selected are relevant to both males and females. Within this right-hand menu, you can also see other ways of filtering down. In particular, you can save favorites within the Krames On Demand application, and you can filter down to just those favorites. You can also filter down to different content types. One of the other unique advantages of the Krames On Demand application is video-based education. So if you filter down that, you can see the video-based content relative to the disease that you have selected. In this case, I've changed to the COPD diagnosis, and it's giving me videos relative to that diagnosis. Another thing that I'll point out real quick is you can see within the application when you've provided that education topic to the patient previously. So you can see I've got a couple of topics that I've provided a couple of weeks ago. Within the content library itself, you can see a couple of different icons here, the heart being the favorite icon. So if you want to set something as a favorite, simply click on that icon. This is to share it. That would be sharing it only to the patient portal. And then you have the option to print. If you want to select multiple topics all at once and not have them print individually, click the shopping cart, and that will add each of these to the shopping cart. When you're ready, you can come up to this top right-hand corner, select the cart, and then either send all of them to the portal at once or print and send to the portal. One of the other benefits of the Krames On Demand application is the ability to dynamically change the language of the content sheets. So in this case, all of the education topics are offered in English and Spanish. Some of the education topics will have multiple languages that they may be available in. As you can see here, this is an example of one that has more than just English and Spanish available. Beyond disease state topics, you can also find medication-related topics, as well as procedures if your patient has any procedures coded on their surgical history list that might have applicable education topics. If you're looking for an education topic but haven't yet added a condition to the patient's problem list, you can still search for topics and add them as you would like. One of the other things I'll mention is up in this top right hand corner, you can click on the heart icon and it will show you all your favorites across all disease states. So if you're looking for something specific and know that you've saved it as a favorite before, even if you haven't added this visit or chronic condition to the patient's problem list, you can still access that in education. And again, it's still going to bring forward the date and time that you may have provided that education topic to the patient before, so you can keep track of that. So that highlights a few of the unique aspects of the Krames On Demand application. Please let me know if you have any questions.